Hello everybody. Now in this video, we'll be looking at the react-redux package. Okay, so here it is, the react-redux. It is actually a package that makes it really easy for us to make use of Redux in our React applications. This is especially so in the case of large applications and large companies. If you're using if you look at a company that uses React and Redux together, there's a high chance that they are also using React Redux, okay, to manage the way their components interact with the store. And we'll be using some of React Redux feature here, and we'll explain the benefits of using React Redux. So there are three new things here. We import provider, and we also import the to-do list and user profile. Now, to-do list and user profile are just components that display something on our screen. To-do list displays this part, and user profile displays this part. Right. Okay, so next, let's look at what's in our store. Store starts off with these two properties: to-dos, an array of to-dos, and user profile, which is an object containing some user information. And you can see that, okay, to-do list, okay, which is the to-do list component, displays exactly what is in the store, but the user profile doesn't. User profile is hard-coded at the moment, and it'll be your practice to actually use React Redux to actually connect user profile component to the store. Alright, you see that the provider here, what does it do? If you're familiar with React context, okay, then this shouldn't come as a surprise. Provider is the top component, and these guys are its child components, and because they are nested below it, all of them can actually access the store, yeah, which refers to this store, our Redux store. So anything that there's a child or provider will be able to reference the store. Okay, so that's what provider does. Okay, the write-up and a lot of things that we're going to look at is at to-do list.jsx. Let's see what we have here for provider. Okay, so the provider makes the Redux store available to any nested components. Basically, everything that's below, that's in between here. Okay, all of these guys have access to the store. All right, and then okay, so you have to use the connect function, another function that React Redux provides. Then you can interface with the store. And the benefit of using provider is that okay, you can actually have like many different components over here. Like you can have like to-do list and many other smaller components, but all the smaller components can also reference the same store here. So we can break up our code. All right. So here it is. Let me just take a look, walk you through the to-do list code. To-do list at the moment, at the moment you're viewing this, it doesn't actually make use of any React Redux features. It basically imports our store. We have exported it here, and then it imports our store, and it calls store.getState to get the latest state, maps across all the to-dos in store.todos, and renders this on screen. Okay, so what we want to do though is to talk about what React Redux provides. Here, to-do list.jsx will have to rely on React Redux connect function to basically interface with the store. Okay, using connect, okay, it's a lot better than actually importing the store itself. What we are doing is to import the entire store itself. But there are some disadvantages that we will highlight. Okay, if you're using connect, then we also learn something called mapStateToProps. Okay, so it looks very complex. When I see this term mapStateToProps for the first time, my brain freezes. What exactly does it mean? Right. Okay. So mapStateToProps. Okay, is actually an argument that connect function takes. Okay, and let's look at mapStateToProp here. Yeah. Okay, let's uncomment this thing. Okay, so mapStateToProps, right? It actually, okay, let me see this. Okay, it actually returns the part of the data from the store that our component requires. Okay, so like our component requires only the to-dos in the store, in the state store in our store. And okay, so you just ask the state to provide just we just rather watch out for any changes in the state, or you only retrieve and watch out for changes in the state.todo. If you recall, state actually has got user profile as well, but to-do list doesn't care about it. Okay, it only cares about the to-do. Okay, so this state is basically our store. So, and you want to retrieve the to-dos in the store, you want to watch out for changes in the store, and you're actually at the same time mapping this state.todo to the props, okay, of our to-do list component. What does this mean? Okay, so anyway, a bit more about mapStateToProps. So mapStateToProps is cool because it will be caught every time the Redux store state changes. So you see the state here. This is actually the whole state that's stored in our store. Anytime it changes, okay, then this function will be triggered. But okay, but our component will only re-render if the mapStateToProp actually specified a field, like a field that we are actually monitoring, we're actually monitoring state.todo. So even though mapStateToProps will definitely be caught when the anything changes, let's say the user profile changes, but our component will not re-render unless in our case we specified that we are looking at state.todo here and state.todo changes. And the exciting thing is, as long as state.todo changes, our component will automatically update via its props.todo, and it will automatically re-render. So you don't have to, if you look at my other videos, you still have to call set state again. You have to write additional code just to get the component to re-render. But this mapStateToProps, okay, by making use of the props properties, it actually does everything like under the hood, so you don't have to write any extra code. All right. As you can see, so there are many advantages to using react-redux, and we don't really want to use store.getState, because otherwise this only runs once, and then you have to write another function to watch out for any changes, and then after that, oh yeah, so if you don't use connect and you don't use all these mapStateToProps, you have to use something called subscribe, okay, to subscribe to any changes in the store. Okay, so we don't want that. We want to make things simple, and we don't want to import store from the app. We just want to import connect, and we want to turn on our here this part. We want to, okay, notice that the mapStateToProp is the first argument to connect. Okay, so instead of export default this, we export default connect mapStateToProp and to-do list. Okay, so it looks very very complex, but what you are basically saying is that you are actually okay, we'll explain this syntax in the future videos, but for now, just make sure you do something like this. Okay, and then right here, okay, reference error, store is not defined. Oh, that's of course because we deleted that import store, and what we actually just need to change is props.todo. Okay, so let's do a quick run through of this thing. Okay, to-do list, take props, and this props actually um, will has actually been interfacing with our store, thanks to the connect function, and the connect function allows the state.todo to be mapped to props.todo, okay, which we can which we can then use to actually render all this. And then when you go to the app.js and you change something, let's say this is task 20, and it changes, automatically re-render. So that's the feature we want to um, that's provided out of the box by Connect and mapStateToProps. Okay, so if you are happy with this and you can follow, it will be awesome if you could also practice on user profile.jsx. Over here, user profile.jsx has got nothing. I mean, nothing uh, remotely connected to our Redux in it. Now your job will be to use connect and mapStateToProps, okay, to tap on the store's user profile information. And when you are done, okay, just click on the test button and run the test suite. Okay, it should pass if you have successfully hooked up this to the store. Alright, thank you. See you in the next video.